So good morning. There's been a few changes over the last few days, mainly with the landscape, because when I moored up here the other day, this field was a beautiful green field. Then we had so much rain that the river down there overflowed and turned this field into a bit of a lake. So that was lovely, but then it started to recede and now it's a lot of water on a field, but a lot of it's frozen. And because it is very cold at the moment and everything is freezing, I need to move today in case I get stuck here. I've got to get my boat serviced. She's booked in for an engine service tomorrow. So we're going to move a bit further down the cut, probably 3 hours, and try and find somewhere near a road that my engineer can come out and service the old girl. Just going to see how frozen this water is here, because the canal will be freezing soon and then I will be stuck. I absolutely adore winter. It's so magical. But on a boat, if you get iced in, which I have been many a time, it's a faff because of supplies and just visiting your friends and family and stuff. You're just stuck. And we're off! Hey, I tell you what, it is so cold today, it really is. But I just love this, and I'm just so worried about getting stuck there where I was. And I'm having this engine service done on my boat. She needs it. After thrashing her across the Manchester Ship Canal and the River Mersey, she needs a good fettling. But this is such a lovely stretch of canal. I love it. You can already see here that parts of this water is frozen, the shallower parts. So it's a good job I'm on the move. This time of the year, pirates need pit stops too. They need a chance to wind down, have a break, have a spar as it were. And the Rum Wench, the pirate boat, she's going to be having a spar by having this wonderful engine service. She'll feel all regenerated and new. I as well, because I'll be right back on home waters near all my friends and family. Because most of the time, I'm cruising around, I'm far from everybody. And, you know, although I love boat life and I love travelling, it's what I love to do the most. Every now and again, you've got to get back to where all your roots are, don't you? And I just love that. You know, a few weeks' time, I'll be ready to go off on adventures again. But for now, I just can't wait. I can't wait to be down the road from all my friends and my family. And today as well is the perfect day to try out these lovely gloves that Cindy got me. She sent me these all over from the US. And you can keep your fingers free for touching your phone, for recording all the footage. And also, they've got these little mitten bits, which are buttoned down, so they're not in the way, flapping about. And you can just put your hands into there. But to be honest, I mainly cruise this time of year with my hands in my pockets. Yeah. But they're fantastic. I can still touch you, my phone, everything's good. Ahoy! Hurry, party! So this here now is one of my favourite ever moorings. It's bramble cuttings, it's on the offside. So no public can get to you. Bonny can be free if there's no dogs about because you can't get anywhere. and it's just wonderful. However, because I'm worried about getting frozen in and being on my own, I don't want to get stuck here. So I'm going to continue going, and plus I need the engineer to be able to get to my boat, and there's no way you can get to my boat being here. So winter on a boat is a lot tougher because you've got all the storms happening, strong winds, loads of rain, so you've got flooding, you've obviously got cold temperatures, freezing, ice, snow. But in that boat, it is so cosy. You have your log burner going and the boat's so warm, but when you come outside, it's freezing. But because of all of this, you need to prepare for it. So you have to make sure all the time that you've got enough water. If you do get frozen in for 2 weeks, have you got enough supplies on board? Have you got enough water in your tanks? Is your toilet empty? You know, you have to plan for everything. So I spend lots of time on the weather apps, checking, you know, what's the weather going to be like? Am I going to get frozen in? Is there going to be a storm? Where do I need to hunker down? And it's all part of the fun living this life. But sometimes it does get you down a bit because the days are much shorter. You know, it's going dark at 4:30. So it's, you know, just finding the way to work around it. You're working around everything, which is why I like to go off in my van and have adventures in that. You know, because winter in England, it lasts a long time. It's from probably October to March. You know, it's like 6 months of it, really. So you've got to split up that time and do other things, I think. I do anyway. So stay tuned for me having a bit of exploring off the canals or going further, some other canals, but in my van. Because of all these closures, you just can't get far at all. Isn't this just gorgeous? I mean, I'm freezing me nips off and my feet are like ice blocks. But, oh, I'm doing my little exercises to try and keep warm. You know, my stretches, lifting my legs up, just trying to keep warm at the tiller. But it's just gorgeous. I love seeing all the seasons on a boat and the landscape and everything. It's just magical. I'm loving it. Woohoo! Could be raining, you see. This pond is frozen, and here is frozen as well because it's very shallow. But this is another one of my favourite moorings. I just love it here. But alas, again, I'm not going to moor here because I'm worried now about getting frozen in somewhere. You can see there, look at the ice on there. Wow. I love it. I love watching the birds try and walk on it and the swans and stuff. So this would be a perfect mooring for me if I want on my own. Because I could just film the birds just trying to walk on that and swim through that. Beautiful. But I need to be where there's some sort of civilization, just for a few days at least. now frozen to the core, and a short cruise away now is the Salt Barge pub where I'm going to moor for today and hopefully stay a week or so. And I love it there because it's a proper boaters pub. They have live music on a Sunday night, and I know loads of the boaters in this area. So it's just going to be very sociable and wonderful for me. Let's get ourselves moored outside the Salt Barge pub. Woohoo! So I've just moored myself up here. I'm absolutely freezing. I need to get inside, get by that fire and get something nice and hot inside me. And coffee? Yeah, it got really cold. But the Salt Barge pub is just there. So it's great because now I can meet friends in a pub and I can socialise a little bit. So this is me now for at least a week or so. Good morning, I'm currently in Marbury Park walking Little Bonny here. It's a beautiful nature reserve right on my doorstep where I'm moored at Marston, and we're going to do a little bit of bird watching before we go to the Line Salt Works, which is a museum. It's absolutely free, and because all this area is known for salt like Northwich, Middlewich, it shows you how all the salt was made back in olden days. Yeah, so we're going to go and visit that as well, and then my engineer's coming out this afternoon to service the old girl. Yeah, so come on, get your hiking boots on. Let's have a little bit of a walk. As you can see, the Rum Wench has had a right good fettling. The lovely Joe Fuller came, gave her a full service, changed her oil, all her filters, checked everything on her tappets, took the tops off and faffed about. I've got no idea what he did, but he took a long time and gave her a right good checking over. So she's ready now for all the new adventures for this year. However, just a few miles that way is the start of the Bridgewater Canal, and there's been a massive breach there. I don't know if you've seen it on the news. The canal has completely burst its banks. All the water has gone, and that's been really well documented by a fellow YouTuber friend of mine, Josh from Tailors Aboard a Narrowboat, and he's been doing daily updates on that. So if you want to watch a bit of that breach footage, follow them on YouTube. Brilliant channel. But yeah, the canal's just gone in that direction, and that leads on to the Leeds Liverpool, the Huddersfield, the Rochdale. So obviously I can't be going that way. I can go for a few miles still. And also because between October and March, that's when the Canal and River Trust do loads of their maintenance. So lots of locks are shut, bridges and canals for maintenance. So there's not really many places I can cruise at the moment, and I need to be back in this area for March because that's when the boat's being blacked on the River Weaver. This is the time of the year when I get off hiking, get in the van, do some adventures, so I don't go stir crazy this time of year. Plus, I'm on this health kick to walk 10,000 steps a day, get all energised, ready for my adventures this year.
3 hours later.
I currently look like a Michelin man because I've got about 15 layers on. It's absolutely freezing. And we've chosen on this horrendous day to come and walk up a massive hill. We've got our sandwiches. What have you got on yours?
Hummus and red peppers. And then you've probably got dirty sausage.
I haven't. I've got brie and cranberry.
Oh, you've got brie and cranberry. Yeah, look at that baguette. That is filling.
So what a way to start the new year. I've been walking up some massive hill in the great outdoors. It's absolutely freezing. Well, I'm here with little Bonny, my mate Gabby, and we're trying to sort of tackle the big outdoors, trying to get fit and healthy for 2025. So we've been walking for hours up these hills here, and we've now got to the top and starting to make our descent. But it has just been stunning. Let me show you these wonderful views.
That there that looks like a nipple, that's Win Hill. And then if you follow around here, that's known as the Great Ridge, and that's the Lone Tree. And then in the distance is the famous Kinder Scout, which is beautiful.
The thing is as well, it's so windy, we're getting a right good blow job here. But it's just what a way to start off 2025 in the wonderful, great outdoors. Loving it. Enjoying your chips?
I love them.
Healthy walk.
Yep. I've earned these.
So I've just returned from the Peak District for the second time since Christmas. Yeah, it's really good fun there. So it's time for a rum. This one's from Captain Glen. It's a black spice rum, and I just love this bottle. Proper quirky. And whilst I am pouring this rum, a huge thank you to this week's pirate crew. Thank you for everything you do. Look at that. There we go. I've not been back that long, and I'm waiting for the fire to warm the boat up, and I thought I'd have a quick drink with you all like we do. And I noticed this bottle is actually called Fallen Angel, and I think that's quite appropriate considering my New Year's resolutions have failed so far. I mean, I failed dry January on the 1st. Did any of you lot make any New Year's resolutions? If you did, let me know what they were in the comments. Have you stuck to them? Has it been going well? Anyway, so let's try this black spice rum. Let's have a little bit of a cheers together. Cheers, everyone. Just wet the lips. Top ones, obviously. Oh, that's such a lovely... It is really lovely. It's very smooth, but you still get a little bit of a kick, and I like that about it. So let's have another. Cheers. Woohoo! Anybody failing dry January, fail it now. So I've had my boat serviced, which is absolutely fantastic. That means now she's ready for the New Year's adventures. I have been away in my van a couple of times, and my diesel heater isn't working still. It packed up when I went away just before New Year's Eve, and it's still not working, so I need to get that fixed, because my plan in the next 2 to 3 weeks is to get the van ready, get the boat put somewhere secure, and go off to Europe on my own on a big solo adventure, just for a couple of months until all the stoppages are lifted, and then I can take my boat down on the Weaver, get it blacked, and then head off. It's just really hard with all the stoppages, so my plan is to get myself to Europe. I'm going to go all on my own. I'm going to do some wild camping and just blag it, really. And I'd love it if you join me for that. But before we do that, I've got to fettle with the boat. I've got things I'm going to be doing. I've been invited on a cruise on another boat, which I'd like to share with you. So there's loads going on. It's always busy, always hectic. Anyway, but I am going to leave the video here. So if you have enjoyed it, please do give me a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe down below, absolutely free. And yeah, and I'll see you next week. And before I go, just a massive, huge thanks to my lovely, gorgeous patrons. So that's it, everyone. Please take care, stay safe, and cheers! Woohoo! Let's get this down us. Oh. Whoever makes dry January resolutions anyway. Dry January. What's the time like, isn't it, Bonnie?